Hey everyone, welcome back. And in this one, we are going to see about the service enumeration. Basically, what we are going to do, we have list of subdomain, and we are going to check on that subdomain what service is running. It is not necessarily need that it will run HTTP or HTTPS only, right? It can run anything else. So first, we are going to check which service they are running. Then we are going to sort out the HTTP and HTTPS service, and then after that we are going to check what is running on that particular website. Is it running some kind of normal website? Is it running the blog, or is it running the what? We are going to do this by banner grabbing. Okay, so without wasting time, let's get started. First time it will sound like everything like alien, but once you understand, once you see, then it will be much more easier. Okay, so let's do one thing. Let's open the terminal. So first let me make it little bit bigger so that it will be visible to you. First thing first, whenever you start to work, make sure that you create the folder for target. So I will create mkdir, and I'll say Google is my target. Okay, I'll cd into the Google, and I'll do ls. So as you can see, there are no files right here. So let me clear my screen. If you remember, we need a subdomain list, right? But we don't have right now. So let's get the subdomain list first. And for this one, we are going to use asset finder. Okay, so let's enter the command asset finder dash dash subs only, and only, and let's mention google.com. Okay, and then whatever the output is there, we are going to append that output in subs.txt file. Okay, and let's hit enter. Hence Google has a lot of subdomain. It will take a little bit time to grab all the subdomains, but trust me, this tool is faster in the market, one of the faster in the market. As you can see, as we speak, the subdomains are ready. So let me do nano, and let's do subs. Okay, so as you can see right here, we have 1657 line. That means 1657 lines. Okay, let's exit from this file. Let's open this file in vi editor or vim editor. Okay, so why we are entering in the vim editor? Because vim editor provides lot of flexible functionality. Let me show you one thing. So it might be possible that this whole list has so many duplicates, right? So let's say someone is saying that smtp.google.com right here. Okay, so it might be possible that at line 400 again there is a smtp.google.com, right? So we need to sort this list unique, right? So how we do it? First I will hit the colon, then percentile, then exclamation mark, and now I can execute the bash command here. So I'll execute sort and dash u for unique. So sort unique. So as soon as I hit enter, it will be sort unique, right? So right now the list we got is sorted uniquely. So let me hit colon again, and let's type wq. That means write the file and exit from, or quit from the file. Okay, let's clear everything. Now we have list of the subdomains, but we don't know like how many of those subdomains are active and how many of those subdomains are not active, right? So let's do one thing. Let's try to grab the http service. Okay, so we will find on which subdomains the http service is running. So I'll do ls. As you can see, we have the file here. Okay, so first I will do let's say cat, and then I will cat the subs, that file, the subdomain file, and I will pipe the output of that first command to the second command, which is http probe. Okay, that will grab the http probe, and after the output of the http probe, I will append into the file called urls.txt. Okay, that's the file. So what I am doing, cat means I am catting the file. I am printing the output on the command. Okay, let me show you what the cat does. When I do cat subs, it will print all of the output on the terminal. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to cat subs, and I'm going to pipe that output, whatever coming on the terminal, to the another command, which is http probe, and whatever the output of the http probe is coming, that I'm going to append, double that bracket means append, into the file called urls.txt. Okay, so let's wait for some time, because we have half and 1,000 subdomains to scrape or to check. Then it will take a little bit time. So let's wait for some time, and let's continue once again. Okay, so right now, as you can see, our command is successfully completed. So let's do quickly one thing. Let's nano into the URLs and let's see. Okay, so we have the list of the URLs which are running HTTP or HTTPS service. Okay, so there is a list of 1135 lines. Okay, and that too with the HTTP and HTTPS. So that means if we do half, then we only have the 500. So that means almost 1000 subdomain was not running the HTTP service. Only 500 were running. Okay, so let's clean this file a little bit. Okay, so let me exit from this and enter the VI editor. Quick tip here: try to learn VI editor because it is going to help a lot. Okay, so once I am inside the VI editor, I will add the colon here and basically I'll search in the file and I will remove the all HTTP endpoints. As you can see, it is the HTTP endpoint, right? So it says HTTP colon 19 whatever, right? And here we have HTTPS endpoint, right? So for same like 19 we have HTTP also, we have HTTPS also. And as per my point of view, whatever is running on the HTTP is not important, otherwise it will be running on the HTTPS, right? So let's remove all HTTP one, right? So let's do one thing. Let's try to add the command g slash, that means global search HTTP. I'll say HTTP. As you can see, as I type, it is already automatically selecting, right? HTTP colon, and as you can see, if I add the HTTP colon, as soon as I add HTTP colon, the HTTPS ones are leaved back and only HTTP ones are selected. Then I will say slash and D. That means delete those lines, right? So once I hit enter, as you can see, we have only around 568 lines. Previously we had the 1200 or something like that, more than 1000. Right now we only have 568 lines. Okay, so let's add the colon once again and write on the file. So I'll say W to write on the file. So right now we are written on the file, and then again I will say colon and Q, that means quit from this particular file. Okay, so right now we have around 500 I think 60 URLs that we need to check, and we need to check what is running on that particular URL. So how exactly we are going to do? So for this we are going to take help of the one of the best tool in the Linux and in all tool in the Linux, which is WhatWeb. Okay, so what exactly the WhatWeb do? So let me show you WhatWeb. Okay, and here is a sample website called google.com, right? So once I enter the WhatWeb google.com, or let's say https google.com, it will basically kind of grab the banner and it will show me what is running on the google.com. So right now, as you can see, it is automatically detected that nothing is on google.com and it is redirected to the www.google.com, which is really important. And the response is 200. Okay, yes, it has the cookies. The country is United States. The server which picked is United States. Then HTML5 body is returned, and it is running HTTP server GWS. GWS is Google servers, right? And we have HTTP only tag enabled for the cookies. Okay, and the IP address of the server is this one, and it is obviously have the script enabled. The title of the website is Google, and it has the content security policy also, and cross origin referral policy also, and XSS protection is also enabled, right? So it's a really important website that it is returning to us, right? It is really important information that is returning to us. Okay, so let's do quickly clear the screen. Do ls, we have subdomains files, we have urls file, and url file that we are going to use. So let's type what web and let's say help. Okay, because we need to check help. Okay, sorry, or we can say what web dash h also, that will also show the way help. Okay, as you can see, if you want to search using the file, then we need to specify dash dash input or dash I, then file name. Okay, so let's clear the terminal and let's say what web dash I, and we will say urls.txt, or you can say dash dash input urls.txt, and append output of that into the file called, let's say out, or let's say banner.txt, banner.txt. Okay, that's the command we are going to execute. But What will this do? This will append output of the files one by one. Okay, let me show you how. So if I do nano and hit enter, sorry, if I do nano hit enter, it will append output like this is the first output, then the second output, then the third output, right? So it will look little bit messy. So what I want is after each output it should leave the line. Okay, it should add the one empty line there. Okay, so how we are going to do? So let's first select our last command, which is this one. Okay, let me just copy from here and paste it right here. So in this command we are going to do little bit modification right here. So we are going to pipe this output to awk, or you can say awk, and then we are going to specify pattern which is print. If you don't understand this awk command, then try to just mimic my behavior, and next time onwards you can go ahead and try to build your own command, because first you should know the pattern is print, then again print, and this time add empty line, and then complete the output. Okay, so this is the pattern that we are going to use. Sorry, here I forget to add the brackets right here. Okay, so now we have complete the pattern. So basically it will take the output of the WhatWeb, and then it will append to the file, but it will first append the output, and at the same time it will append one empty line also, so that the output will look nicer. Okay, you will understand once I do this. Okay, so let's do one thing, let's hit enter, and we should have our output ready. And remember, we need to do this for more than 500 URLs. So that means it will take little bit time for sure. Okay, so right now as you can see, my command is complete, but my terminal is little bit red. Okay, so let's try to see what is happened since we ran the command. So we ran the command right here, and some of the errors occurred which are printed on the terminal. So these errors are not associated with the tool which is we are using WhatWeb. It is associated with these URLs, because so it says execution is expired. That means WhatWeb requested for this particular page or this particular endpoint, but it didn't respond. Okay, so that's the execution expired. Okay, and obviously there is a connection timeout is also there, and other things are also there. Okay, as of now let's ignore those error and let's see what we got. Okay, so if I do ls, we have files called banner.txt. So let's open using nano banner.txt. Okay, so we have pretty much good data here. Okay, so if I cat this banner.txt file, as you can see, pretty much a lot of data I have. Okay, because my full terminal is completely blown. Okay, so let's try to see what data we got. Okay, so if you check our output clearly, can you see we got 302 mood. Okay, that means it's a redirect. Then again we here somewhere got 400 bad request. Okay, some kind of login authentication might be failed there, right? And similarly we got another errors also. So let's do quickly one thing, let's filter out our file using vi editor. So I think we need to 30 mood, this is the term we need to search first, right? So let me open another file at 302 mode, then error 400, that's we are going to remove, and let's say 404 not found, I guess, right? So let me see, where is the 404? Error 400, yes, added error 400. Then okay, where is the 404, man? So let's do one thing. Let's again cat the banner file and grep the output 404. Grep means select the output or find the 404 in the output, right? So yeah, we have error 404. Okay, so that's also we want to remove. Okay, so let's do one thing, let's do vi, or let's open the vi editor. So vi banner, okay, banner.txt, then colon, and then we will say g slash global search, and the term we are going to firstly remove is 302 mode. Okay, because it's a redirect. Okay, so let me just delete it. Then once again I am going to use exact same command, but I'm going to replace the term with the error 400. Okay, Okay, so I messed it up. Let me go here, error 400 and then D. And similarly, I'm going to do error 404, right? 404, which is not found. Okay, so let me remove that too. And as you can see, we have a lot of empty lines. Okay, I can remove those empty lines also, but as of now, just keep it. Okay, because it will create more space in it. Okay, so let me hit the colon and wq, that means write and exit from this particular file. Now if I do cat banner, I will see much more feasible output. Okay, so as you can see, we have the one url called gemini.google.com, which is subdomain, and here obviously the Gemini AI model is hosted, so that's why we got 200. Okay, cookies also enabled. The country of the server is obviously US. HTTP servers being used is ESF. You can check the full form of that later. And we have the IP address, then the title, then whatnot, right? We have other protection and whatever the information they are sharing with us. Okay, similarly, let's check this one. So here is saying accounts.google.com, right? And here also it is saying accounts.google.com. So the thing is, it is not duplicated. Okay, so we requested one subdomain which required authentication, that's why it is redirected to the accounts.google.com. Because if you copy this particular url and if you open in the new tab, it will show you the login page of the Google. That means to access subdomain, it requires the login to the Google. Okay, and you can see here also redirect location. Okay, so this is how it goes. So let's do one thing. Let's remove the mood temporarily also. Okay, that will create a lot of space for us. So let's do one thing. Let's vi into the banner.txt colon G for global search and then move temporarily and slash D, that means delete. Okay, so now write the file and clear the terminal and cat the banner. Okay, so now we have much more clean output. So here is the Gemini, then we have accounts, it's a service login for something. Okay, then obviously it is not moved temporarily. So then we have edu.google.com. I am assuming this is some kind of education website. So if you check the title here, it says Google for education. Okay, similarly if we go, the address is there, then we have support.google, then we have normal Google but with the Chrome path, then again we have ads but the path is different. So I'm assuming this is redirected from the different, let's say different subdomain or something. Then we have mail, then we have programmable engine.google.com and slash about. So it is saying programmable engine by Google. So I never heard about this. Okay, okay, now let's do one thing. We can filter all of this output based on the results. Okay, so let's say, so right now you have ground to work on, right? You can check the output and then you can check to work on which thing you want to work on, right? So let's say you want to work on which has the Nginx server. So how you do it? So you say cat banner, or you can simply say grep and then dash I then command. So here I'll say nginx, which is nginx, and then I'll mention the file which is banner.txt. So it will give me output which has nginx in the line. Okay, so right now there is no nothing in the nginx, so I'll just say education, right? So let's say education. So there are two entries for the education, can you see right here? And both of these entries are uh, quite the same, but I think there should be a little bit different because we did the sort you and it didn't remove. Obviously, okay, so here is the difference. The IP address for the server is different. So how is it possible? Sometimes, Google obviously is a big company, they use load balancers, right? So load balancer is not like the server can be hosted in multiple IP addresses, right? And the load can be distributed evenly on the all of the hosts. So it might be possible that our first request got to the first server and then second request got to the second server. So that's why we have this particular uh, output right here. Okay, so yeah, So far we found the how to perform enumeration on the subdomain, how to check if HTTP or any specific service is running or not. If the service is running, then what technology or what exactly is running on the website. So we check all of these. So we have done a pretty much good amount of enumeration on each subdomain, each valid subdomain where HTTP service is hosted, right? So if you enjoy this really, then please share, like, subscribe. Otherwise, I'll not get motivation to create the videos, right? So it's important to get the motivation. If I saw like subscriber count going up and up, then yeah, it's common sense I'll create new video, right? So yeah, that's all about this one. See you in the next.